Okay, so basically it is been almost a week since my tattoo. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, it has been 6 days since a week since my tattoo. And I said I kind of planned to do this little kind of tattoo vlog thing, first tattoo vlog thing, a while ago, like 2-3 weeks before my tattoo, but I didn't want to mention anything because in case I forgot to film and then I'd feel guilty for not doing it. But I actually remembered to film, kind of. And this is probably going to be very cringe, so I apologise because I don't really know how to talk to a camera or like talk. I said I'd do this because kind of just wanted to be able to look back at it, to be like memories. I don't know. I just wanted to do it. And I also like editing and kind of filming, so I was like, why the fuck not? I thought I'd put in a bit at the end then where I just kind of explain all the kind of frequently asked questions, but like I love talking about it. Like, I'm not mad about attention, but I do love the attention for this because I love it so much that I'm just like, yes, come look at my arm. For me, I looked at loads of YouTube videos about tattoos and people getting their first one specifically before I went, and personally that helped me. So I figured I'd make one. Don't know why my one would be different to the other ones, but here we are. This is my tattoo. It says, "The sun will rise and we will try again." That big, so it's quite a big first tattoo. Oh yeah, also sorry, I have like no makeup and I just washed my hair, so like I haven't even done anything with it, but it's fine. How the idea came about, it's about to get really like cringy and sappy, so like just a warning. I'm going to talk about mental health and stuff, so sorry if you're not into that, but this is how my tattoo came about. So when I was like 14, I think, I first started experiencing depression. Music, obviously, big part in kind of treatment and helping with that. Specifically 21 Pilots. They are my favourite band. Heard you sure of them. Sure you heard of them. Sure you heard of them. Their music for me was very relatable. Just everything about them was just like there, you know? Specifically, my two favourite songs by them are Car Radio and Truce. In the song Truce, has this line where he says, "The sun will rise and we will try again." And for obvious reasons, that appealed to me because, you know, you can always start the next day. As tacky as it sounds, it's not a bad life, it's just a bad day. So I think my problem is that when I got depressed is that I kind of was like, well, this is it. If I'm sad now, I'm just gonna have to keep being sad, which like, that's not true. So I was like, I want that on my body. Like, I'm going to get an image with the writing, and I was like, okay, let me think, what does this line what do I picture in my head? And immediately I pictured mountains of forest trees in front and like a sun behind it. And then I was like, I was only like 14, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I might get that someday. And then as I started kind of approaching my 18th birthday, I was like, I still like that tattoo, and it's been 4 years later. I think it's safe to say that I could get that. So I had the idea to get it like kind of in like a little circular shape, if that makes sense, but I didn't actually want a border around it, so it would just be kind of like circular without the border, if that makes sense. I'd been following this tattoo artist from a Dublin studio called Hillbilly Ink. By the way, I'll leave all their information in the description if you want to check them out. Follow them on Instagram. So I've been following Hillbilly Ink and their tattoo artist Becca Smith for like a year, and I really loved her stuff because personally for me, I'm into kind of more minimalist tattoos. I don't really like the traditional like anchor, skull, heart, mom, you know. I kind of like black and white kind of minimalist style thing. And she kind of does that, so I was like, I want to get tattooed by her. And I was like, Mom, Dad, for my 18th birthday, I know what I want. And they were like, what do you want? And I was like, I want to get my tattoo. And at first they were like, are we sure? And I was like, we're sure. They eventually were like, fuck it, yeah, if you're going to be happy, like, go for it. So they gave me the money for it. Then booked in with Becca Smith, gave her my idea, gave her my thing, and I was like, look, I'll be in Dublin for communion May 24th, 5th, whatever day it was. And I was like, so if you have a space, like I'd love to get tattooed then. And she fit me in. And then like 2 weeks before I was due to get my tattoo, she put out one of her flash sheets, or flashes, I don't know what they're called, with all her designs in it. And she had this design of basically what I had already said, like very similar ideas, like we both had the same kind of idea, except this wasn't for me, like this is her actual flash. It was like my idea kind of, but she had like a flower border, and like the detail, like the way she had the mountains was just different to how I had it in my head. And I was like, oh my god, I'm in love with this. So I texted her and I was like, hey, can I actually change it to your design? I like love that shit. I want that with my writing. I mean, with my text. And I decided as well, another thing was that I didn't want cursive writing. For me, it just didn't suit this tattoo. Like I just didn't really picture it. Plus, I find that with a lot of cursive tattoos, you can't actually tell what it says, especially with time, and it starts to kind of fade. Like you can't tell what it says, and I didn't want that to happen. And I just thought it was a bit more original to get like this kind of font. So I did, and I let her know, and she was like, yeah, no problem, we'll change that, like we'll do that design. And I was like, thank you. And then I wasn't nervous at all, like not even the day of. And then like an hour or two before, I was at the communion, and I was like, fuck, like I'm never gonna have a bare forearm again, like do I want to do this? But I did, obviously. And so I went in. Their studio is unreal. They have like thrones, actual thrones for you to sit on while you're waiting, so that was kind of cool. She had her dog there, and oh my god, I think I inserted a clip of him earlier, but like literally the cutest thing ever. Kissed my dad to death. But it's all like sanitary, like he doesn't go near the equipment, he just chills in like the waiting room, and he's so lovely, and he kind of calmed me down, to be honest. Yeah, so then she prepared everything. She then did the stencil on my forearm. It's like a purpley ink that they use to kind of dye it, and then do. And she was like, is that okay? Do you want me to add anything? You can check it out in the mirror. So I had the purple kind of stencil on, went over to the mirror, looked at it, and at first I was like, that's bigger than I wanted. Fuck. And my dad said it too, because he came with me, and he was in the waiting room, and he was like, ooh, that's a bit big. Then I looked at it and I was like, I actually am in love with that. Like I love that so much. So I was like, fuck it, let's go for it. And by the way, I was in like full glam, like red lipstick, dress, hair straightened, because I'd just been at the communion. She must have thought I was just really excited for my tattoo. But anyway, so I went in, did the stencil, started tattooing. The first line she did, I was like, this is nothing. And then she properly started doing it, and I was like, oh, fuck. I think my problem is that I actually underestimated how much it would hurt. It hurt like a bitch, especially like on the very bony areas here and here, and like on the kind of inner elbow here where these sun rays are, because there's not like a lot of fat there. So that was like the worst. I almost asked her to stop there, but like it was still bearable. Do you know what I mean? Like it was only like a 7 out of 10, and like I don't know, it was bearable. Like I was making faces, but like I didn't say anything. And like she did say, you can, when you're getting your tattoo, like you can stop as many times as you want. Like she said that. She was like, if you want to stop at any time, let me know. But I was like, no, I just kind of want to do it all in one go, because I'd rather just get the pain all over with. So I sat it all in one go. I was expecting to be there for like at least an hour and a half. 50 minutes. She had it done in 50 minutes. It was literally, it was so quick. I was sitting there and I was looking at my phone like, okay, it's 6:10 when she's starting. 5:06 when she's starting. And then I checked my phone when she finished, and it was 5:07. 50 minutes. It was so quick, I can't get over it. But anyway, so for the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was like texting the group chat, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I'm in so much fucking pain. Oh my god. But when I think about it, it was only like a 7 out of 10, and it was bearable, because for me, I find that like I can deal with pain if I know there's an outcome, if that makes sense. For me, like I can do piercings and tattoos because if I know that the pain is for something, then it's bearable. Whereas like if I have a cold, oh, I just scratched my tattoo, that hurt. Whereas if I have a cold, like everyone's gonna know about it, and I'm gonna be a little bitch about it. But tattoos, piercings, grand. Like I said, hurt like an absolute motherfucker when I was getting it done. But like after about 20 minutes, I was just on my phone talking away to people like, it's happening. You just kind of accept it. Your body's like, what can we do? It is a different kind of pain, because it's not like, you know, with a piercing, it's a sharp, like, needle true. Don't know what that was. The sharp needle true, which is why I underestimated tattoo paints. It's like, if I can pierce my own ears, I can do tattoo. Like, no. A tattoo is like a cut, like a long cut, and then someone like dragging their nails through it, but also vibrating. But also not that bad. That's just like an honest opinion of what I think it felt like. But then it didn't feel that bad either. Like, yes, that was the sensation of like someone dragging along a cut and vibrating, but it didn't hurt that bad. It cost $200, which I know to a lot of people when I say that, they're like, fuck. And I don't throw around money lightly. Like, I buy all my clothes in pennies, like or charity shops. I don't like spending money. But this was a gift as my 18th birthday present. And like, it's something I've had planned since I was 14, something I've wanted for a long time. And like, not to sound tacky, but I genuinely feel more myself now that I have it. Like, I feel more kind of like complete, as dumb as that might sound. So I think it's a worthy investment. Like, it's gonna last me my life. So, oh, how does it feel now? So basically, I don't know if you can, no, you probably can't because I just moisturized it. But at the moment, it is flaking off in like, so like you can probably see there, but there's a few more. But basically, there's like ink kind of flaking off. It's just like your first layer of skin flaking off. And it's peeling off in kind of white then as well, white skin and then bits of black. And they're peeling off, so that's kind of gross, which is why you have to moisturize all the time and clean it and stuff. But like, it's fine. Like, it feels like a very, very mild sunburn. Like, I've had way worse sunburns. Like, it's fine if I do this, but like, you know, if I'm carrying something heavy against it, or if I hit off it, like, it's obviously gonna hurt. But like, it's fine for me now. So aftercare, I'm not gonna really talk much about that because like, every tattoo artist is different, so you go by what your tattoo artist says. So like, my brother, for his tattoos, because he's got a sleeve on each arm, I'm pretty sure he got told to wash it every day, or sorry, like 3 times a day with unscented soap, whereas Becca told me to use coconut oil on it every day, which I already had, so that was perfect. The question I got asked was like, how were my parents okay with it? Both parents have tattoos. Like, they're not like fucking completely. My dad only has a small one here, and my mom has one on her lower back. 2 on her lower, what? She's got like 2 or 3, I don't know. They're somewhere. But so like, they couldn't really say much of that, would be kind of being hypocrites. Also, like I just said, my brother Josh has from here to here and from here to here on both arms completely tattooed. The other thing is that they know that I've had this plan since I was 14. That's not like a rational decision. A rash decision. I'm gonna say rash decision. The other thing is that they know how much this meant to me. It wasn't just like, I want to get a butterfly on my side boob, or I want to get like a fucking star on my wrist. Like, you know what I mean? It was clearly well thought out. It was clearly something that means a lot to me. So it's just nice because like, I have this kind of reminder that like, when I'm having a panic attack or when I'm having a bad day, it sounds cringy, but like, it's just nice that I can look down and be like, yeah, I can start again tomorrow and it's all fine, you know? Could not be happier with her work. Like, Becca Smith, please, please, please follow her on Instagram at becca.smith. I'll put her down below anyway. She is unreal, and she works at Hillbilly Ink Tattoo, which I'll also link. It's just a really, really nice shop. I really like it. The people there are lovely. The dogs are adorable, and if you don't like dogs, she'll just put them in the back or whatever. Like, it's not a problem. She's really, really focused. Like, she was very concentrated. She worked really, really quickly, really, really well. Like, unbelievably happy with how it came out. Like, my nanny does not like tattoos, and she loves it. Like, she saw it and she was like, that is gorgeous. So you know she's doing something right. Do I plan on getting other ones is another question I got asked. Yes, I do. I have them all planned out in my notebook. It's just a case of money. It's literally just a case of money. If anyone has any questions, it's not like I'm an expert or anything, but I just mean like, if anyone's nervous and wants to talk, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram below, and you can DM me and ask me any questions about the tattoo or the experience or the studio I went to or whatever else. I think that's it. Yeah, so that's my tattoo. I absolutely love it. It genuinely makes me feel more like myself, which I just love. Like, I'm so happy with it. Her work, insane. So happy. Thank you so much to Becca Smith. And I think that's it. Sorry for being an awkward shy. I find it really hard to talk on camera. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. There's the tattoo. And yeah.